back once again. The supposedly sinner, the bad person, all that is above and below. I gotta get my hair done. I ain't got nobody who want to touch me, don't want to do my hair because I ain't doing what they say that I should do. Because I don't want to fall in whatever snare they got. Because I tried doing good business with them and then they went on ahead and snitched and ratted on me and act as though if I'm the one that snitched and ratted on them, when I was really being a good citizen doing what these people said to do. You know, they switching you, like I say, from to and fro, had you running back to and fro. The child fucking drunk in the church, in the holy place, not in the extra, you know, the holiest of the holiest place, but in the holy place. Excuse me, excuse me. And it's just a bunch of, man, this is ridiculous, bro. I don't know how to look at the situation. I'm aggravated and then I'm sick because messing with Lord knows whoever, you know, women climbing on the platform, jealous to try to save themselves. Forrest Gump moment. Once again, I come out the army, supposedly initially. Didn't even know I was in the army. I earned my Purple Heart. Didn't even know I earned the Purple Heart. You know what I'm saying? A badge of honor and this and that, and used as a Levi CC or whomever, whatever you want to put it, and without my permission, and just, you know, used and. But I feel like, you know, like they said, the sickness is not until death. Don't pinpoint me exactly where in the Bible where it said that, you know, but I do feel like, you know, God is all forgiving and lovable. I'm not afraid to come to the light. Like they say, we do what you do in the dark, do in the light. I do in both places. I do upstairs, I go downstairs. It don't matter, bro. It just, you know, it's crazy because that means, you know, when I was told about the tree of life and tree of knowledge, I was told that, you know, more so the tree of knowledge is like when you ask questions, this and that, third. But that means I've been eating off the fruit. You know what I'm saying? And everything's a mind control, I feel as though it, but, you know, it could be different. And a lot of people get mad at me because I'm willing to take my stuff to trial or, you know, because I'm willing to represent myself on where I feel where I was, you know, targeted, or I feel like I was, you know, bullied, or if I feel that, you know, I was taken advantage of or raped and robbed and this and the third, and then they holding customs of my songs from me when I was 14, 15 years old, still in middle school, getting ready to go to high school when I'm dropping tracks. And, you know, doing my prison, cheating on me when I'm in jail. You know, my woman's cheating on me, my man, my husband cheating on me when I'm in prison. So it's like I got 4 bad kids, not as actually the original kids as mine, but 4 bad kids that's 2 of them are women and the other 2 are men acting as though they are women. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that, doing what they want to. I don't judge them because, like I said, Lord knows what they went through, and I'm sorry for you, you know, because I went through the same thing, especially in prison. There's a lot of stuff they don't show you behind that wall, you know, what people go through, what people got to do for a bar of soap. You know, let's talk about that. You know, what people got to do as far as, you know, for extra food, you know, and the food that you eat there. See, people are inconsiderate, you know. See, so I'm gonna break down to the terminologies what I was really supposed to do. This was my job. My job was to be what they were, right? And this is how God knew they stole from me. So this is what's going on. The money that was supposed to have been got, that was supposedly stolen, is engaged. Well, it was a disloyal woman, and it worked one or two both ways. It works. They both were disloyal. And I tried both sides, so that's why I couldn't find myself trusting and believing in a woman no more, nor so say a man, because the man was putting his hands on me also when he wasn't supposed to. So that was right there, you know. So they both wrong. And I'm gonna get more into the other relationships, like I told you in the other video, and as far as with the women relationships, and I tried it with the man also. And so what happened was, it's like having a mother and father that has kids that's indigenous or / native over here versus the foreigner who doesn't really have nobody, who was really poor, bro. You see what I'm saying? Who was really didn't have nothing, stayed off people, you know, lived his life in the streets. And it's just like, you know, so it kind of exposes those who were kind of really, I'm guessing, that was over here, more so native in a way, but yet indigenous, you know, or foreign. Because, like I told you in the last one, you could be a foreigner and buy the land and still be a foreigner from somewhere, and you count it as a foreigner. You see what I'm saying? Rather, you can be somebody who's native, who's supposedly indigenous over here, but you're a foreigner because you haven't been taught the language or the native, so that makes you a foreigner. And people taking advantage of different people, and a lot of people go through more, but this is why they like punks so much and stuff like this, because they know they're easy to manipulate. They can take over, do however what they want, get their pleasure out of transgenders or homosexuals and stuff like that of that nature. And it's also my bias pass to apologize. I am sorry from the bottom of my heart for saying things when I was a baby, but yet held accountable in the higher courts behind my back when I didn't know, and when I started paying attention and seeing and realizing as I grew and developed and was getting older, and I realized, that I was being charged, and not only the heavens, let alone the heavens, but also, on earth and in hell. It's like I'm charged by 3 different kids, or however you want to put it. And so that's what's going on. And I pray for everybody. I pray for myself, especially these kids that's coming up, bro. Like, because I don't think no kid should have to go through what I suffer from being. See, I was already consecrated into the tabernacle. This is what God would want people. I'm betting possibly to know. I can't really say that's what He wants, but in the same sense, I always was faithful when it came to the book to the best of my ability and stability. So, I always felt that I was a child of God. I always felt that, I was favored upon God's eyes because I was less fortunate. I felt that, I am here to do the works of what God wanted me to do. And that works one or two both ways. But people got their different guides, bro. People take the knowledge. Like, let's just say if you indigenous, like I told you, to this land, and you brought up in this house, and you have your parents that taught you the game, well, you're going to look at me less mercifulness because you're stubborn, you're prideful, you're haughty, and you can't be told nothing because you had somebody to teach you. You feel me? You was spoon-fed. So you rich in a way, even though you put in the work, but yet you still rich in a way because you had somebody to show you hands-on what to do, rather than me just, we're going to drop him off and see what becomes of him, basically a flower formless in the desert. You know what I'm saying? And it worked one or two both ways. But you deal with those people also that's on the other side. Not just, see people trying to put this all on homosexual. Then you got the man trying to put this all, the woman trying to put this all on the man. And it's all because of, like I said, the father and the mother building their home basically on an unstable foundation after God told them they took an oath in a Kubota, whatever it was, in the church. And they violated customs because they took what they knew and abused the power of their authority. And this is the debate, and this is the argument between good and evil, Armageddon, what's going on in Revelation, stuff like that nature. Now, I'm not trying to tell people how to run their life, but in the same sense, if you bad enough or you bold enough to challenge me, you're supposed to test the spirit, not challenge. There's a difference between challenge and testing the spirit. But if you challenge me and call yourself, and point me out in the court, and I find out people are snitching on me, they're ratting on me, I'm a citizen, supposed to be, I got a certificate, and I'm supposed to be, and you holding me accountable for certain reaction. I'm following cosmic laws, I'm following celestials. And on top of that, I'm listening to 2 foster parents that's probably not even my real parents. That's why probably Jesus said what he said. I ain't Jesus. I'm just a vessel. I'm just a messenger in the sense of most of the time. I'm just an interceder. But that's probably what Jesus was talking about when he said, I come to put division between, mothers against fathers. Mothers against daughters, fathers against sons, and stuff like that. But I don't think he meant it in that way, to cause it just to be messy. I don't think it was meant for it like that. I think it was to show. Pardon about it's getting warm. I think it was mostly just to show the demonstration. Like he said in another verse. When he showed the parable about the supposedly Sanhedrins and Pharisees and stuff like that came, and it was like how basically your son's eyes got open, this and that and the third, and they told them, I don't know, go ask him and stuff like that of that nature. And I say that to say, God set statutes and limitations just as well as laws in the streets or in the public, no matter however you want to put it, in the industry for a reason. So things like this won't happen. So when innocent blood gets shed, nobody can point the finger or say. And this is why I'm delivering the message, because really that wasn't supposed to happen. I was already consecrated, bro. I already died for the sins and the sakes of humanity because I was used as supposedly, like I said in Leviticus, CC baby. And that basically is, they try stuff on, just to see how it would act. It's mixing science with religion and politics, and it all comes all about. But at the same time, people do have their own freedom of will choice, but sometimes people exercise their belief and force things on you and doesn't give the littlest one or, the less fortunate time to appeal his motions. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's really going on. Like, I'm basically like how can I say, not a lawyer, but more so, it's a word that I'm looking for. It's not exactly like a lawyer, but something like a jailhouse lawyer. From all my conditions, what I was learning, I went through a lot when I was in prison. I learned a lot of respect. So when people talking about I'm rude, this and that, no, I had to learn the hard way about respect, and got my plenty times, bro. And I know all about having to do hair for commissary, because your parent, I don't say your parents, but your people not being as loyal. People not being loyal from the beginning or from the to the end. Sticking with you. The same one, the girls, and this was disloyalty with the girls come in. As far as them being there, they forget all about you in prison and stuff like that of that nature. And no commissary, no letters. They think they can visit you one time and leave you in there. Oh, he can get it on his own. You know what I'm saying? No type of support. And that shows the disloyalty, And I had like that with all four of mine. But, who's to say that they were mine anyway? It was somebody else's. And, that's the fact why they shouldn't even climb on the platform anyway. But with all due, I salute you, still love you, man. I ain't gonna hate on you, you know what I'm saying? Do your thing, get your bag. Get your bag, do your thing. All love. But yeah, man, that's what's really going on.